on the move. It's 4. And they'll start the night with a rush and maybe get back to the line of scrimmage. Timeout called by the defense. It's their first of the half as they'll make some adjustments. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Out of the gun, they'll run it inside. And this one will be stopped for no gain. The earth is shaking. Bounce House living up to its name as UCF tries to get off the field. Working that left side. Ripping off a pretty good chunk of yardage. They've got it out to the 41 with a first down.
And as soon as the receiver caught the ball, you saw the quarterback start communicating to his teammates what the next play was going to be because they're now changing the tempo and going fast.
And defense nowadays, they don't look at stats of what is the yards per rush. They look at how many negative plays they can break. Because why? Now you look at second down, man, it just became very predictable for this offense. Nice job creating the loss on first down.
He's going to lose a yard on that one. Stanford comes to the line, and that first down marker is a long way away. On 3rd and long, doesn't need to take the check down. Got a man in the middle. 3rd down conversions are huge, and they've got one, and they're at the 35.
That's what's so scary about this offense. They've got guys in the perimeter that can change the game in one single play, and you saw it right there. Too much.
Turning it on. Brought down just short of the sticks on the screen pass. The Cardinal can be aggressive here on 2nd and short. Brown will throw it. Snagged out of the air. They knock him down at the 21. It's a pickup of 5 yards on the play and enough for a first down.
And the offense showing off the short passing game, moving the sticks. Nice job, and look at them. They're right on the football, ready to capitalize on this momentum.
Makes a connection. Down to the 3-yard line, and that's where they'll have it, 1st and goal. The defense uses their 2nd timeout of the half as they try to get their act together. It's 1st and goal as Stanford comes to the line. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. Offense trying to pay it off on 2nd and goal. Fighting for the end zone, and he dropped it. Oh, the offense lucky to fall on that loose football.
Man, and this is why you practice 5 points of pressure with the football. You cannot put the ball on the ground. It doesn't matter how many defenders are around you or how hard you get hit. You cannot turn the football over and expect to win games.
Timeout is called, and it's the defense wanting to make sure that everyone's on the same page for this big down. After getting absolutely nowhere on 2nd down, they'll try it again on 3rd and goal. They'll try to sneak it. Scores on the sneak.
Well, they wanted to turn the page after losing their last game, so how about you come out in this one? On the opening drive, you march the field 75 yards and put 6 on the board. You can't start a game better than that.
And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0. They put it in the end zone with a 12-play scoring drive. And it was finished off with a quarterback sneak. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. And he takes this from inside the 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. They'll leave it with him. Solid run, picks up 6 and gets it to the 28. The Knights will hustle to the line.
And you're seeing the offense now mix up the tempos. After a successful run, they're now going hurry up.
Quarterback making adjustments. Quickly out to the tight end. Breaks into the open. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is. This offense plenty happy enough with the result of that play, so they just let the official put that flag back in his pocket and decline the penalty. As a defense, you hate to let them move the chains on a penalty, but that's what they did. It's 1st and 10. Jackson gonna throw it. Here's the pressure. Got a man. It's Montgomery. Turns it on at midfield. Nice pickup there. Gets him the first down and sets him up at the 45-yard line.
And that's why, if you're the offensive coordinator, you've got to find as many ways as possible to get this guy going. Just get him the ball close to the line of scrimmage. Doesn't need to be a throw deep down the field. He's so dynamic when he has the ball in his hands. You saw it right there.
Tripped up for the tackle. Making the running back a weapon in the passing game makes it so difficult on the defense to cover everything.
No doubt. And listen, there's so many matchups across the board. If I'm playing offense, I'm going to assess it. Like, where do I have a speed advantage? Is it a running back versus a linebacker? Is it receiver versus a corner? Whatever it is, I'm going to find it. And you could tell it was the running back, and they took advantage.
Grab near the sticks. It's Fox. He steps out of bounds, but it will be enough for a first down.
Well, it's a nice job, too, of the quarterback after the play fake there, getting his eyes down the field. He had to get that to his tight end quickly, knowing he wasn't going to have a lot of space to run with after the catch.
A most efficient pickup of 6 on first down. It's 2nd and 4. They get to the line quickly. Might be changing the route. Wants to fire on 2nd down. Running back is able to snag the football, but that foot is on the white lines, out of bounds and incomplete. It's 3rd down.
Well, no secret, this guy was a big part of their key to success. Already 2 catches on the opening drive, and they go back to him again. This time the defense is in better position, and they force the incompletion.
The Knights come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to convert here. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the first down. They're in field goal range here on 4th down, but they're going to keep this offense on the field. Quarterback keeper. And a good pickup to move the chains, and the clock will expire, and that's how they'll be set up to start the 2nd quarter. We've reached the break, and it is Stanford holding the lead. And we've come to the end of the first as we take a moment to check out the stats so far. Lots of time left, and we're ready to get back to it and open the 2nd period. So after the break, they'll go back to work. Here we go. Jackson will throw. Gets rid of it. He's got it on the run. And he'll make his way out of bounds after the solid pickup.
That's a good job by the drag route there, understanding its zone coverage. So instead of continuing to run across the field, he settles down into an open spot, making it easy for his quarterback.
Running through contact. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Knights! Now you know why you do all of those squats, all of those deadlifts, extra time in the weight room.
No doubt. Get that lower body strength so you can just shed people off of you. What a great job smelling the end zone and getting in.
And the extra point splits the uprights. So it's an 80-yard drive, and it was capped off with the 8-yard run. Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. He'll bring it out. It's Farrell. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Stanford has it back. The Cardinal offense returning to the field. They saw what happened on that last scoring drive and now probably feeling a little bit of heat to answer. Picks up the first down. And he's brought down after a nice gain. Stanford quickly to the line. Wide receiver comes in motion. They'll ride the hot hand. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Awesome job up front by this defensive line, being so good at the point of attack and eating blocks, eating some double teams that allows these linebackers to run free, unencumbered, and get to the football.
Quarterback touch pass on the jet sweep. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The bounce house is rolling here on third down, trying to help UCF. Brown wants to pass. Pocket breaking down. And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19.
These are the plays as a defense that mean so much for so many reasons. Getting in the backfield, obviously getting the sack, so putting him a little bit behind the sticks, but also hitting that quarterback, making him think. That goes a long way in disrupting the quarterback's rhythm.
Unloads to the wideout. And they can't connect. A costly turnover on downs.
What a great job by this defense. You get the third down stop, and you're like, yes, put my hand in the air, fourth down, force a punt. They go for it, and you get a stop and set your offense up in great field position already. Nice job by this defense.
Oh, he's got some space. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
If I'm building an offense in today's football, it's not around a quarterback that can't run. I'm going to find an athlete that I can give the ball because defensively, it starts to limit your coverages. It starts to limit what I can do. It makes me play the quarterback every single play. Just makes your job as a defensive coordinator extremely hard.
How about the job and recognition by the defense? They knew exactly what they were trying to set up, and they had multiple defenders surrounding that intended target so that there was nowhere for him to go once he caught the ball.
Second down, they'll go to the air. Throws to the back. Touchdown, UCF! The finisher, the exclamation point on that drive. Well, just as you would expect, that didn't take very long.
It didn't, Reese, and you've got to make great field position count. When you've got opportunities, you got to pay it off. And the offense took advantage, scoring a touchdown. Didn't have far to go, but they got the points they needed.
We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Fellas, week to week, you just never know, which is why we're here with an update. NC State is currently trailing in this one, but it feels like the tide may be turning. This Pac team has picked itself up before, and they are capable of it again today. It's just a field goal game. They're trailing by 3 to East Carolina. We'll circle back if anything big happens you need to know about.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. Brown will throw it. Fires to the wideout. And he just flat dropped it. I think he wanted to run before he secured it.
Just got to finish the play for the wide receiver. You got to look that one in and complete it. That's a bad drop.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. After the incompletion, they go back up top. Throws to the wideout. Finds a man on the left. They finally get to him. But what a play there to pick up the first down.
And the quarterback knew exactly where he wanted to go with the football, had time, spins the ball deep. Nice job by this offense, understanding what the defense is giving them and creating the explosive play.
He'll try to do it himself. At the 45 on his way. A really nice run and gain, and he gets down to avoid taking punishment.
And you're seeing here the difficulties defenses have trying to contain this guy. If you leave a lane open or you don't sack him right away, you allow him to get outside the pocket, he is going to take off, and he is very difficult to tackle in the open field. He's got running back-like ability out in space.
Stanford wants to push the pace. The clock has reached the 2-minute mark, and they have a chance to at least cut into this lead before the break. Stanford with a lot of options here on 2nd and short. Looking to fire. Catch in the middle. It's Ford. He stopped quickly, but not before he has enough for the first down. Clock stops momentarily for the first down. They'll hurry to the line. Lost a throw on first down. Trying to make magic with his feet. There he goes. And he left the first defender grabbing at air before he was finally tackled. From the red zone, he's going to throw it. Can't make the connection, and the defense putting on the heat and forcing the incompletion.
One of the things I love about this kid is that he goes to work. He struggled his last game out, completed less than 50% of his throws. So back to the drawing board, back to fundamentals, and you can see that paying dividends in this game. I know he just threw an incompletion, but for the most part, this guy has been spot on.
This offensive line's got to do a better job. I mean, he doesn't even have time to go through his progressions. You got to give your QB some time. You got to make him feel comfortable. They didn't. They got in there quick, fast, and in a hurry.
It's picked off, and they ruined the drive with a turnover. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football.
Really nice job there by the defense, because I think they baited the QB into trying to fit that one in over the middle of the field. Remember, it's a big zone coverage. They've all got their eyes on him back there in the pocket, and they just let him feel like, maybe I can fit this football in. Not so fast. They come away with the pick.
From his end zone, he'll have to get rid of it. He's got it. Hauled down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down. Great spot to attack there, right off the turnover. Try to strike and keep them reeling.
Absolutely. Coaching 101. Sudden change. When you create a turnover and you get the ball back on offense, attack, attack, attack. Use the momentum. Try to make a big play.
Gets the back moving. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. Jackson gonna throw it. Here comes the heat. Got his man. They corral him out of bounds. Mark it down at the 38, and this offense might have something going. Looking to throw on first down. Forced out of the pocket. Throwing on the run. Complete to the right. Big play for this offense, and they get it to the 32.
And if I'm a defense, I got to find a way to get some more pressure on the quarterback or disrupt their timing and their rhythm. I can't give them these big chunk plays through the air. I got to be maybe a little bit more aggressive or do something a little bit different.
Oh, he's got a chance. He's loose. And he ran away from the defense to take it in. Touchdown, Knights!
And how big is that for this offense? Put a nice drive together, get the touchdown, add to this lead already. Everything right now, Palmer, going their way.
Yeah, that was as good a 2-minute type situation as you could have offensively. And David, they've got so many weapons on this offense. They practice these situations all the time, and they put it to work here at the end of the first half.
So they got the touchdown, and as they kick off, really important for the defense to shut them down here. He'll bring it out. It's Farrell. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Here we go. They'll try to get something on the board here in the final minute of the first half. Motion from the wideout. They'll come out on this drive and let it rip. And he just overshot his man and threw it out of bounds, incomplete.
And I think a big reason this offense is struggling right now and why they're trailing on the scoreboard is they have not been able to protect this guy, and it's affected him. He has not looked very accurate. Moving forward, the pass pro has got to be better to help this guy out.
And an absolutely fearless tackle, giving up size, still got him on the turf. Brown wants to pass. Looking deep down the right side. Picked off, and they ruin an early drive with the turnover. And they make the play and make sure there's not any scoring opportunity right here before the end of the half.
This is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision-making.
Use the play fake, now to throw. Oh, he's ready to take a shot. And he can't make the connection on his first attempt. Let's see if he settles down.
This is going to be a tough situation for the offense here. Late in the first half, they're trying to find a way to generate some points before going into the locker room, but the defense is ready for it. So the windows are not going to be very big, especially when you're trying to attack vertically like they did on that last.
Makes the grab on the right. It's a running room. And he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, UCF!
I gotta tell you, this offense has done some really good things here in this first half, and that was so critical. Scoring on their last possession of the half, they're padding their lead, and they've put so much pressure now on the opponent.
And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update. Go ahead and roll the dice to start this second half. They're lined up for an onside kick. Not much drives more anxiety than waiting to see if the hands team can corral the onside kick, and they do. Now the UCF offense ready to go back to work. Not sure they had to adjust much as they'll try to build on this lead. This quarterback part of their running game. Not much working there. It'll be 2nd and 9.
You know, this offensive line, they just got to hold their blocks a little bit longer. This offense likes to run their quarterback on design plays, and if you can just give him a little crease, he can take it the distance, but they couldn't get it done there.
They worked that running game down to the 34. Let's give him 3 on the carry.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
This is a design run. Offense scoops it up and still going. Absolutely nowhere to go as this defense makes a 3rd down stop. He wants to change this route. On 4th down, looking for the completion. Big man has it. It's a 1st down and more. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the 1st down.
Well, it's a heck of being conservative, right? I mean, that essentially would have just been a 2-shot field goal with where they were on that 4th down, but they decide to go for it, throw it.
Touchdown, Knights! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
Well, this offense said they wanted to start the year all gas and no brakes, and that's exactly what this game has shown. From the very opening whistle, this offense has been in sync. They've been explosive. Defense has had no answer for them. This unit is going to give teams problems because of their playmaking ability all year long.
And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Gentlemen, let's take a look at what's happening in this exciting college football game. NC State is currently trailing in this one, but it feels like the tide may be turning. This Pac team has picked itself up before, and they are capable of it again today. They're trailing by 10 to East Carolina. We've got our eye on things here and everything else going on right now, and any updates, you'll see them here, guys.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys. And he throws another interception, his third of the night. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover.
And I tell you what, when defenses play zone, all eyes are on the quarterback. You have a zone to drop to, but you're setting on the quarterback, reading his eyes. Great job by the defense, understanding the ball was coming out, breaks on the football, goes and makes the eye in.
Turning it on! Stop is made at the 22. A 10-yard pickup and a first down just outside the red zone.
And running backs are so good, so talented, so elusive. You see nowadays they really have the ability to make you miss, run you over. Unbelievable effort. Nice job. You keep that going, you're going to be hard to stop.
They'll give it to him again. What a job up front, and he'll lose a yard on that one.
Yeah, and listen, the offense has had their way, and they've had so much success and so much production. But listen, at least the defense got a rep. You know, maybe this gets you a spark. Maybe this gets you some energy. Maybe we'll see a little bit more life from this defense.
Yeah, they may not win the game, but I think this defensive coaching staff at this point, based on how this game has gone, they're just trying to find things to build off of. Maybe that's something they can point to as they get ready for their next opponent, of things they did right and things that they got to do more consistently moving forward.
The Knights want to pick up the tempo. Quarterback will keep it. Touchdown, UCF! And they take it in for 6 more points.
And add it on again. This offense has done whatever they want, however they want, and this lead has ballooned. When you start a season off, you want to build momentum. You want to defeat an opponent and beat them badly. That's exactly what they've done. This team looks ready to compete for a national championship.
And he made the extra point without problem. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. Fielded in the end zone. It's Farrell. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. The Stanford offense making its way back onto the field. Well, the good news about this drive, Jesse, it can't go worse than last time through a pick on the first play.
No, it certainly can't. I think one good way, David, to help your quarterback turn the page is just find him an easy completion here and let him get back into a rhythm.
Yeah, or find him an easy handoff. Just hand the football off, maybe get the ground game going, maybe jumpstart this offense a little bit.
They get this sophomore on the ground, but he continues to make plays.
When the running back gets going and gets ahead of steam like that, so hard to get to the ground. That's why you blitz. That's why you bring pressure. That's why you bring more guys in the box so you can get him before he gets going. But once he got going, you
breaks into the open. Oh, and what a move. What a juke. And he makes it past the marker. Stanford gets set to snap it on first down. Off the RPO, complete. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few. Moving quickly, trying to rattle the D. Really good job working through his progression. You get it to him quickly, and the big tight end has a chance to run a little.
And a really good job by the QB throwing an accurate throw. I got to hit those guys on the move, on the run, so they can do this. They can catch the football, get upfield, and chew up some extra yards.
Brown will throw it. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. Fourth down coming up. Facing this double-digit deficit here in the second half. Almost a no-brainer to go for it on fourth down. Pressure coming. Quarterback gets the first down and more. And he got enough for the first down, but somebody put the hit stick upside his head.
And I love the change in decision-making, right? That was a much better job. Last possession, Tried to force it in there, threw the interception. This possession, it's not there. Take off and scramble. Great job. You got enough athletic ability to do that. Big third down conversion by this offense.
And he gets the first down, but man, did he get the hit stick laid on his noggin.
I know the offense is down by a lot here in the second half. You just need one big play, though, to spark the offense, get the confidence going, and they may have found it right there in that completion. Good throw, good catch. Now we got to keep it going.
Get it out to the supersonic guy. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Nice job by this defense creating that negative play. That's what all defenses want to do. But look at this. This offense, they ain't scared. Right back on the ball, ready to run another play, ready to make this defense work.
This offense hasn't been able to generate a lot of points in this one. Here in the third quarter, you're seeing the defense and how much pride they take on being physical. It's not just stopping the run. Guys in the back end flying to the football in the air, getting hits on guys, that time on the receiver, knocking it loose.
And man, that is not the third down execution you want. Trying to get it to a playmaker so he can make plays. He gets nowhere, actually loses yards, and brings up a fourth down now.
Rush is on him. He'll pull it down. Jukes his way for more. He's not going to get...